But I just called the police and I end up just getting the hotel party. You've seen the title of the video. Your girl is back again with another story time. If you're new to my channel, hey girl, hey. And if you're a returning subscriber, I don't even have to say anything because you know what's up, I know what's up, we know what's up, and that's on what? That's on what? That's on period. And Mary had a little lamb. As y'all seen by the title again, well, actually, what am I going to title this video? I think I'm going to title it Jody Strikes Again, because if you're not new here, you know who Jody is. But before we get to this video, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And also, shout out to today's sponsor. Let me just show y'all how they upgraded your girl. Like, shout out to them for paying the utility bill this month and for upgrading my office. Shout out to FlexiSpot for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Y'all, I just upgraded my office space with the new FlexiSpot electric glass 8 standing desk with the drawers. It offers a sleek and stylish appearance, making it one of my favorites. Y'all know I'm an organizer, so I'm always going to choose something that has an aesthetic appeal and an easy installation. I get lost after step 1, so the fact that this only came with like 4 or 5 pieces and it took me 20 minutes to put together, it already won me over. And girl, look at these drawers. The storage capacity on this is impeccable. I can fit 2 laptops in here, a book, a couple pens. All your essentials can fit in here. And y'all, did I mention that it was an adjustable height catered desk? No matter if you short, tall, short, little. Did I say short twice? No matter your size, your needs, y'all, this is a very versatile and functional desk. So this will be perfect for any living area or workspace. Now, if you thought that feature was convenient, wait till you see the control panel. It includes USB ports, USB-C compatibility, as well as height memory presets for easy adjustment. So if you and other people are using this desk, you don't have to adjust it every day. It saves your preference. So all you have to do is hold it for 3 seconds. And y'all, the desk is moving with no hands, which also makes it convenient to share this workspace with someone else. So my boyfriend is over 6 foot and I'm 5'4", roughly 5'5", and we obviously sit at 2 different heights, y'all. So all I gotta do is hold my button down for just a few seconds and it goes to my desired height. So this is perfect for that. And as y'all can see, I don't have any problem with getting up or down from this desk. It can also be used as a calendar. It adds the perfect touch of modern and elegance to my new space. And y'all, it's very durable and functional. That's what I love. So if y'all are in the market or looking for a new desk or need an upgrade, head over to FlexiSpot to get this desk. 10 out of 10 would recommend. I'm going to link all that information down below. And again, thank you so much to FlexiSpot for sponsoring today's video. If you in the market for a new desk, girl, you better go hit them up because they got my space together. But y'all already know, in order for any of my story times to make sense, I have to give y'all a little backstory. So this happened back in 2017, and this person is not new to the channel. Y'all already know who this is. What did I name him? I do not recall what I named him in a previous story time, but I want to say, y'all, we just gonna go ahead and give him a new name because I'm not about to hurt my brain trying to figure out what I named him eons ago. So I think, yeah, Jody. We gonna call him Jody. Jody for baby boy. I wasn't even, but we just gonna call him Jody because we had a very volatile relationship. He was very toxic, and he is the same person from the pasta story time, the infamous pasta story time. If you haven't seen that story time, make sure you check it out because that's honestly one of the pettiest and the funniest story times on my channel. Yeah, he was just a mess. And I'm also gonna give y'all a little backstory on our relationship, just simply because if I just jump into the story time and start telling y'all about some of the things he would do, you probably gonna be like, Asia, like, why would he do that? And I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't know, because you can't explain crazy. This man was crazy. Y'all know it always be the ones you never wanted, the ones you wouldn't even give CPR to because they tongue be white, like the ones y'all never wanted him at all. It be those ones that be pursuing you for years. Like when I first met Jody, this man would pay for gas and lunch money, take me back and forth to work. Girl, he was throwing out all the little tricks to get me. As soon as he wrapped me up, that's when he turned up on me. Y'all already know what they say. Well, actually, Facebook said this. I seen this post on Facebook years ago, and they were like, if a man is pursuing you consistently and you don't want him, like if you never wanted him off jump, don't give him a chance, because the moment you finally give him a chance, he is going to show you why you should have never gave him a chance. Like, if you ain't like him off jump, do not give him a chance. And that's exactly what Jody did to me, y'all. When I say he was persistent, this man was on it. Like, he was on my body. He was mad persistent. And then as soon as I gave him a chance, he showed his true colors. If you already seen the pasta story time, you can, what is going on? If you already seen the pasta story time, you can skip this part. I'm gonna put the timestamp on the screen so you can understand how crazy he was, because I honestly can't explain it. So in that story time, I told y'all Jody was obsessed with my pasta. I used to make this really good shrimp and steak pasta. I used to make the sauce from scratch, and anytime I cooked the pasta, Jody at the time was my man, so he would literally call all his friends, be blowing my phone up. I would make him a big plate by himself, and then I will also give him a whole platter so he can have for like, it's supposed to last for like a week, but he would, when I say the pasta was good, y'all, he would eat that pasta in like 3 days, and it would be a hefty, it would be the hefty them foil pans. It would be one of those. He would tear the pasta up. And at that time, the pasta was expensive because I would put steak in it, shrimp in it. Y'all know seafood and steak is not cheap. It would cost me like $50 to get all the ingredients for this pasta. And one time he called me and he was just like, babe, I want the pasta. And I ain't have the money to get the pasta because back then in, what was that, 2017, $50 was not $50. Like $50 today is like a full tank of gas, but $50 then, you had money. Like if you had $50 just on a meal, you had money. So I told him, I'm like, I don't really have no money right now. So he was just like, you can take my EBT card, because he had food stamps at that time, y'all. We were in college. So he was like, you can take my EBT card and get the ingredients for the pasta. Just make a lot of it or whatever. So y'all, when I went to Walmart, y'all know that song, just throw it in the bag. Hey, that was me in Walmart with that EBT card. I was putting everything in there. I wasn't getting the cheap cheese. I was getting the $5.99 cheese. I was literally just, baby, I was throwing it in the bag because I had the EBT card. Fast forward, I made the pasta for him, and then I invited, it was so much pasta, y'all. I invited a few of my friends over. I think 2 friends, and I invited my cousins over, and we ate the pasta. And my boyfriend at the time, he didn't get off work until like 10 o'clock. 5 minutes before he pulled up to my spot to get the pasta, I don't know why, but y'all, I don't know why. I'm a big child. The childishness in me wanted to be childish, and I played a little prank on him, and I was just like, babe, like there's no more pasta. Me and my friends and my cousins, we demolished the pasta or whatever. So he already knew I was lying. He was on his way to my house, and he was just like, no, pasta is still there. There's gonna still be pasta, like you playing. He gets there, y'all, and I hid the pasta, I think, like in my laundry room at the time. And long story short, I end up calling the police on him. He ends up telling me that he's gonna take he ended up taking my debit card, and he never spent the money, but he told me that he was going to, the money that I spent on his EBC card, he was gonna steal it off of my debit, AKA also my credit card, and spend it back because he didn't get to get any of the pasta, although it was just a prank, y'all. That's how it ended, with him end up putting his hands on me. I had to call 911. It was just a whole lot of. So just know, throughout our relationship, anytime we got in an argument and it had anything to do with money, he would always tell me like, oh, I'm gonna take your credit card, or I'm gonna take your debit card. Like that was just that was just his thing, y'all. He would always say that. And keep in mind, my cards were always accessible to honestly pretty much anybody, because I used to have it's like a wallet phone case. I currently have that now, but at the time I would always put my cards and my wallets in the back of my phone case. So anytime we get in an argument, he would go for my phone and he would take my cards out, and he would be like, oh, I'm finna go spend this much money, I'm about to run your cards up at the time. And at the time I was in college, y'all, so I ain't even have money like that. So what was you gonna run up, $5? Like if that's what you call running it up, then okay. So I never really, I never really made it a big deal, and he never really did it up until this time. This was the actual time that he took my credit card, but he would always say that throughout our relationship. So boom, fast forward, this is, I want to say we probably were dating, this was also my shortest relationship, y'all, because like I said, baby, we had to wrap it up. So we probably was dating for about like 6 months. It's like 6 months into our relationship, and he was getting ready to go to a hotel party that him and his homeboys would throw. And I know y'all thinking like, Asia, what is a hotel party? It's basically just a party, y'all, but instead of having a house party at somebody's house, they would have it at a hotel. And I never cared for him to go to these parties, because when you think hotel party, like when I think hotel party, I'm thinking it ain't gonna be nothing but hoes there giving up tail, like hotel part, like. And I've also been to some of these parties, y'all, like it's really giving like escort, because I don't even know why. Is this still a thing? Because some of my subscribers still live in Tallahassee. So if you still in Tallahassee and you are in the nightlife and you go out and you party a lot, let me know if hotel parties is a thing. But back in 2017, they loved hotel parties, and I went to a hotel party one time, and I realized it's basically just a low budget escort type of party, y'all. All they do is, they don't be having orgies, but that's what it really gives at these parties. It's just an easy way to get women closer to your bedroom. Like, it don't make sense, y'all. But anyway, Jody at the time, he would be going to these hotel parties, and I never cared for him to go to these hotel parties, but he would always be like, oh no baby, it's business. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm not that insecure to not let my man get a bag. Like, if he's telling me he's going to these hotel parties to get a bag, then do you, like, get the bag and bring it back here. So I ain't never really sweated too much, y'all, because him and his friends, they would go in and they would get a few hotels, and then literally anyone that needed to or that wanted to enter the party, they would charge them an entry fee of like $5 to $10. So they would make the money that they spent on a hotel back plus triple, and they would just split the money, the profit. So that's what he was telling me at this time or whatever. So fast forward to the day of the hotel party, and he knew I didn't care for him to go to these parties, because he would always try to warm me up to it. Like, if it's Monday, Jody would come to me and he would be like, babe, no, Friday, I'm not gonna be here. I'm gonna be out late Friday because we hosting a hotel party. And I'd just be like, yeah, like whatever. Fast forward to that Friday, the day of the hotel party. During the day, I think it was like around 2 p.m. and we went to Chubby's. Shout out to Chubby's. Is Chubby's still in Tallahassee? Chubby's is basically like a Zaxby's, y'all, but it would give you the itis. Anybody know, if you go to Chubby's, you gonna be knocked out. Like, I don't know what they put in that food. Maybe it's crack, but y'all, Chubby's, anytime I eat Chubby's, I'm going to sleep immediately afterwards. So it was just a random Friday, y'all. The day of the party, though, the hotel party was later on, like later in the night. So we went and we got Chubby's, and we went back to his house. We watched a movie. After the movie, I ended up falling asleep, and Jody, he ended up getting on the game. He was also a game freak, y'all. He would always be on the game. So I fall asleep, he's on the game, and he's playing the game at the foot of the bed, and I'm at the head of the bed, and I'm asleep. Probably like an hour into my nap, and by this time, I want to say it's probably like 6 in the afternoon, y'all. We had been together for basically the whole day. An hour into my nap, his phone is on the nightstand beside me. It's closer to me, y'all, and it starts ringing, and he got the little head. I don't know if he was playing Call of Duty, but he was playing one of them, y'all know them games where they be talking to other men with the headsets on. He playing one of them games. So I get woken up out my sleep because his alarm is going off. So instead of snoozing the alarm, I was annoyed, y'all. So I'm like this, I'm asleep, head down, and I'm like I'm literally just, I'm beating his phone down, and I stopped the alarm. And I'm not gonna hold you, it was intentional, because I really dislike people that have alarms going off all during the day and you up. What you got an alarm for and you up? Like, you don't need an alarm. So I stopped his alarm. I didn't snooze it, I stopped it, y'all. Fast forward, I go back to sleep because I'm tired. Like I told y'all, Chubby's, baby, it gave you the itis every time. So I'm laying down, I'm asleep. I want to say probably like 30 minutes later, I feel Jody get in the bed with me. He's like cuddling up on me or whatever. So he's getting ready to take a nap too. So he gets in the bed with me, And mind you, at this time, I want to say it's either 6:30-ish, going on 7 o'clock basically, when he gets into bed with me. So we in the bed and we're taking a nap together. And I want to say, like, I don't know how far it was into my nap because I didn't check the time, but I'm just gonna say it probably was like 3 hours into my nap at this time. Baby, Chubby's is taking me home, because when I say when you eat Chubby's, y'all, you would think you died. Like, anytime I woke up from eating Chubby's, I would always have like 15 plus missed calls, 50 plus text messages. Like, you would miss so much because I don't know, y'all, the food had crack in it. I don't know. Anyway, 3 hours into my nap, his alarm goes off again. Deep, baby, I'm in deep sleep. I'm annoyed, so I stopped the alarm, y'all. I turn his alarm off completely. When he's asleep also beside me, he don't hear anything. He's deep in his sleep or whatever. Chubby's got us both knocked down. So I'm laying down, we still sleeping or whatever, we sleeping. Fast forward to, I want to say like 2 a.m. in the morning, and I don't recall exactly the time. It could have been later than that, it could have been 3, but all I remember, it was past midnight, y'all. It was like from 1 to like 3 a.m. in the morning. So he wakes up out his sleep, and when he wakes up, he kind of wakes up like somebody just, I don't know, he wakes up as if somebody was robbing the house. Like, he comes up like this, y'all. This is how he come up, and then it startled me. It woke me up. So I wake up, and I'm like, and I look around, and that's when he's just like, what the F? It's 2 o'clock. Mind you, don't know what time it is, but it's early morning. He's like, it's 2 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock. Why am I hear my alarm? Why I ain't hear my alarm? So he's spazzing out, and y'all, I start giggling, and I'm just like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm thinking everything gonna be cool. So I'm in the bed, y'all. I'm not fully awoke yet. And I'm like, I'm sorry, babe. I stopped your alarm. Like, I thought I snoozed it. I did. I know what I did. But I just like, I thought I snoozed it. And he was just like, man, I done missed the event. I was supposed to make my money back today. So he's screaming. Mind you, this man got like 2 roommates. Why you screaming like you the only one that pay rent here? What are you doing? So he's walking back through the room, walking out the room, walking through the apartment, screaming to the top of his lungs. And by this time, I'm up. Like, he wants to argue. Like, he's pacing back and forth the apartment and in his room, and he keeps yelling at me, asking me like, why did I turn his alarm off? And I'm energized. Like, I just took like an 8-hour nap. Like, baby, we can go all night. If you want to argue until the sun come up, that's what we can do if you want to do that, because I'm energized. So the calmer I am, y'all, the madder it makes him. Like, I don't know what it is, but you ever get in an argument with somebody and you mad chill and you real calm, and they head about to fall off their shoulders and they screaming and veins popping out their neck, and you just cute and calm? It makes them madder. So he's getting even, like, y'all, this man is irate. Like, he never was calling me out my name or anything, but when he was mad, he would say anything to try to like tick you off. So like I said, it was his usual to be like, I'm finna take your car. I'm finna take your car. At that time, I did not know where my phone was at. He ended up picking my phone up off the floor because he been yelling. He was yelling he was gonna take my card out in the living room while I'm in the bedroom. So I was kind of like feeling for my phone, but I didn't know exactly where it was at. And he grabs my phone from off the floor. It was in front of the bed, y'all. And he's like, yeah, I'm finna take your card to pay for my hotel room. I'm taking your card. And at the same time, y'all, I'm not panicking, or I don't really care, because like I said, this was Jody's thing. He's toxic. Anytime we get in a disagreement or argument, anything about money, this is his thing. He's yelling that he's gonna take my card. And y'all, that was just literally his thing. So when he's like, oh, I'm gonna take your card, I'm gonna take your card, I'm not really worried about it, because this is his thing. This is what he always do. This is what he always results to when he's mad about something. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. And I'm telling him, like, it's not my fault that you missed the event. And then at the same time, y'all, I'm like, you can still make it to the event. Like, it's a hotel party. But I knew what he was saying. Most people by 2-3 a.m., everyone that's gonna be in that whole party, they already home. Like, they already there. They're already in the hotel, so it was probably no money to be made. And obviously he already know how his homeboys are. Like, they're not trustworthy, because I was saying, if you put in with the hotel, then he had 3 homeboys that they would go in with. I don't know how many people split the room this night, but I'm like, if you put in, and mind you, y'all, this wasn't like a real hotel. This was basically a step up a step above a motel, basically the Shein of hotels. Like it wasn't, he probably didn't put no more than like $30-50 in anyway. Not even that. It probably cost $100 a night to rent a room. But I'm not gonna hold you. Back in 2017 in college, as a broke college student, $100 definitely held some weight. But mind you, he split it between like 3 people. So he's just like, man, they not gonna give me my money. They ain't gonna give me my money. And then what's making him even madder, y'all, because he calling, I can hear him calling the homeboys, and the phone is going straight, baby, straight to the voicemail. They in there getting it in. The phone click, straight to the voicemail. The phone keep going to the voicemail. So that's making him even madder. And the whole time I'm in the bed, cute, and I'm like, babe, just call them. Like, you can go up there, tell them to make sure you get yours half. I'm calm and collected, but y'all, this man is irate. This is even after the fact that I told him I didn't care that he had my card, because I'm not really thinking like he's gonna actually swipe my card, because we have been dating for like 6 months and this was his go-to thing, and he has never swiped my card. So I'm just like, why are you even doing business with somebody that you don't trust? So I'm kind of like turning it back on him. And after that, y'all, he ends up just spazzing out. He throws my phone on the bed. He gives me back my phone. He spazzes out, and he like slams the door or whatever, and he leaves the apartment. I'm up on YouTube because I'm energized. I just took an $8 nap. Y'all know how good you feel. Like, it's giving nobody who this. I feel amazing. Go to the hotel party, and I'm sure there was probably no one there. Like, I'm sure people that was there, they're like already done, because I already told you how these parties would be. It would be maybe like the ratios was always off. It was like a lot of hot dog meats there, but it was no cookies. Like, it was like it's always like 5, or I would say it's like 5 guys every 20 girls at these parties. Like, it's a whole bunch of girls, but it's not a lot of them. And his friends, they would be doing it for business, but some of the other guys that would be there, it would be a whole lot of just them trying to, you know, get it in with women, basically. So he leaves, he goes to the hotel, and like I said, I'm having an amazing morning. Like, the sun is bright, Jesus woke me up, I'm feeling good, I'm not worried about a thing. And typically when he takes my card, y'all, he would typically give me my card back. With the whole pasta situation, that time he kept my card for like 2 days one time, and if I needed like money or gas money, he would literally, like, it's a control thing. You know, when you dating toxic people, they like to have control over your life. So sometimes he would keep my card for like a day or 2, and if I'm like, I need gas money, I need lunch, he would just like cash at me the money or whatever. Like, that's what type of person he was. Or he would pay for something for me so I didn't have to use my card. This is the type of person Jody was. Real toxic, y'all. Fast forward, this happened on Friday, and then this particular day he still has my card. I think he gave me my card back again, maybe like 2-3 days after the situation. And I want to say I know it was that following Friday, that's when I got the notification on my card. Anytime somebody swipes my debit card, I don't do this now, but at that time, anytime somebody swipes my debit card, because if you know, you know, Tallahassee is scammer central. All they do is scam there. Like, it's a lifestyle to scam. That's all they do. Like, they don't ever think about getting a job. They scam. Half of Duval County used to stay in Tallahassee at this time. All they would do is scam. And if you're from that county, no offense, but I gotta call a spade a spade. So anyway, it's like Thursday, Friday afternoon, y'all, and I'm literally at work, and I get a notification saying that my card was swiped for like $100 and something. So immediately, baby, I go to the back. We didn't even have a break room at the time because I was working at Chick-fil-A. I basically went to not the back, the office, y'all, but I went to like the trash area where we would put all of our bags at. And immediately I start calling my card. I don't recognize this transaction. So I call my bank or whatever, and they're telling me, you can dispute the card, but we're gonna have to close your card down. And I'm getting in an argument with the lady on the phone. I'm like, I don't need my card to be closed down because I know who did it. Like, I wanted to keep my card. So y'all already know how it is when you have your card connected to all your subscriptions. Like, who wants to go through that and get a whole new card when I'm telling them I have my card, I got my card back or whatever, but I guess the transaction it popped up or whatever. Y'all, when I say I was giving that lady a hard time, I wasn't playing with her. I was giving her a hard time. I'm like, what's the name of the hotel? They tell me the name of the hotel, y'all. I Google it, and this is the kicker. The hotel that they was paying for the rooms at, because I had never been, they would switch up the spots, y'all. The hotel that they was paying for the rooms at, it was like 60 something a night. So I was wondering why it was a charge on my card for like 100 something. So I'm under the impression that he done paid for multiple rooms on my card, because the most expensive room is 60 something dollars a night. So why is there $100 charge coming off my card? And you know, when you broke, baby, $60 that's a couple tanks of gas, that's a couple meals. So I am livid. Like that whole day, sorry to my coworkers at the time, but I was snapping. Anybody that came to Chick-fil-A, I was not saying my pleasure, I was saying next, because I was mad as hell that I had to finish out that shift knowing this man had stole my used my credit card. And I just remember that whole day I kept going back to the back, because I called the hotel. I told the hotel, like, hey, I did not authorize this card. Could you please check what room is connected to this card? Cancel those rooms. This is fraud. I didn't authorize it or whatever. And I knew that they weren't currently there, because I was trying to get her to call the police or whatever so I can report that this was fraud or whatever. But I told her he wasn't there. Like he had paid for that room earlier before he gave me back my car. I knew he wasn't there. So she's like, we're gonna have to call the police or whatever. You can cancel it, but I don't want you to call the police, because I was gonna call, like the night that they had the telly, I was gonna call the police up there, which let me not get too ahead. Anyway, y'all, I'm on the phone with a lady trying to explain to her, don't call the police. I only want to do one police report, and I was planning on doing a police report the day that I knew that they were having the hotel party, y'all. So anyway, she calls the police or whatever. I tell her it's fraud. She basically tells me to get a new card. I never got a new card, y'all. Like I said, I was lazy and I knew exactly who stole my money, and my card was back in my possession, so I didn't feel the need to cancel my card. So later on that night, he ends up telling me that he want to come over, and that whole day I kept it real cute because I was plotting. Like I said, baby, I'm a tourist, so if you take it, baby, if you put it on the floor, I'm taking it to hell. So the whole day I had to act, it was actually days, I had to act like I didn't know what was going on. Like I kept it real cute. I let him come over that night. I kept it cute that entire time, knowing I didn't know yet when they were gonna have the party, but really I kept it cute because I knew I had to try to figure out, like, oh, what day they having the next hotel party. And I'm even asking him, like, oh, what day? He's like, I don't really know. Knowing, you know, because you booked a room, so you know. But he's telling me that he didn't really know or whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. Next day, when I text him, you know, your man texts you in the morning, like, good morning, babe. I'm like, what hotel y'all going to? Like, oh yeah, good morning. But really every day I'm asking him about the hotel party. And the crazy thing was, what is it called? If you know about I don't know if they call it a bookie everywhere, but in Tallahassee, it's basically when they gamble. Sometimes I would give him money so he can like gamble the money, and then he would give me back the money. So he kept thinking I was asking about the hotel because he thought I wanted to like flip something. He was like, what, you want to invest in a hotel? Yeah, I told you it's booming. Last time we made X amount, we made $300, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't want to invest in it. I'm really just trying to figure out what day they having it. Mind you, the lady at the hotel that canceled the reservation because it was done fraudulently on my card, she already told me what day that it was having it, but I didn't know if that he got notified that the room was canceled that day if they booked. Like I didn't really know how that worked, y'all. So every day I'm trying to figure it out. I'm really trying to figure it out. Fast forward, it took a while. It was like, I want to say a whole week had went by, and he finally told me that they was having another hotel party. And this particular time, I wasn't at his house the day that he was leaving out. Like I was home. Like that whole argument about him taking my card or whatever, I never got mad at him because I knew I was plotting on the low. I told you it was giving Yvette and Jody. So boom, the day of the hotel party, I'm making sure I keep texting him, I'm keep checking on him, I'm keep asking him, like, where you at? Like his whole day, I want to know your day play by play. So when he got to the hotel party, which was like 11 o'clock that night, I called him while he was there because I wanted to make sure, like, I heard the noise, I heard the music, blah, 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 blah. Y'all, why I called the police? I called 911.
Got him! Got him!
was just like, ma'am, could you please tell me the last 4 digits of your card? I told her the digits, and the lady that I spoke to the first time, it wasn't the same lady, so she didn't know that this situation had technically already been rectified. So I'm telling her, I don't know what room there is, because she looks in the system and she's like, ma'am, that's been canceled. We already called the police. We already wrote a statement. And I'm like, yeah, but it's showing here that they booked again using my same card. And then she's like, if you want to come up here, we can call 911 and handle everything together. But like, there's nothing I can do. It shows in the system that we canceled the room and you should have been refunded, blah, blah, blah. Like, where'd you not refunded? The lady was not letting my plan out the way I wanted it to, but baby, I was still gonna do it for the plot, because by the time they actually had the next hotel party, I wasn't even mad anymore about him taking my car and spending the $100 on there. He had already been back, spent that $100 on me. Like, I was not even mad about it anymore. But the fact that you thought that you could use my car, I wanted to scare him, and I wanted to have the popo pull up there and arrest somebody for fraudulent charges. But the lady at the front desk at the hotel, she kept saying that we can't call the police on this. This case has already been closed. You already been refunded. I confirmed that I was refunded. And she basically said if there's a new charge, she doesn't see it in her system, and I would have to come up there and call the police. Y'all, I was not coming up there to call the police. So all I did is end up calling the police, and I did like a noise complaint because I knew they were at that hotel. And I just got the party shut down that day. It wasn't that big of a deal, y'all. He ended up calling me like maybe 2 hours later, and he was like, babe, I'm on my way home. And I'm like, already? Really? Nobody must have come through. He was like, nah, it was getting busy. They was coming, but the popo shut it down. The popo shut it. I'm like, dang. Why they shut it down? Like, why 14 shut it down? And I'm playing along with it, me knowing, like, in between the phone call, I'm putting him on mute because I'm having a kiki, because why did you think you can play with me? And then later, months later in our relationship, I end up telling him like, yeah, it was me that called the police. It was me. And I'm not gonna hold you, he made me mad again. So I got another telly party shut down, because I felt like you was playing with my money, so I was playing with your money. I didn't really want him to go to jail, but now looking back on that situation, if he would have been there when the transaction went through, and if I would have called Rat when they was there, technically somebody would have went to jail. He would have went to jail, or one of his friends would have went to jail. Whoever would have answered the hotel door saying that it was their room, they would have went to jail, which I didn't want him to go to jail, but I did want to like scare him. But all I did was make him lose money, y'all. He paid for a hotel room. He paid for another hotel room, because obviously the room that I canceled, he found out it was canceled, and I don't know how they let him, I guess because he booked probably through somebody else's name. They let him get another room with another card under somebody else's name, of course, and then he still had the party, but I got it shut down, so he didn't really make no money that night. But yeah, that's pretty much the story time on how my former boyfriend stole my credit card. And that was honestly the only time he stole my credit. Well, after that, he stole my credit card multiple times, but he never spent any money on it, y'all. That was the first time that he did that. And then months later, when we got in an argument, that's when I told him like, yeah, you know, I got the party shut down. Yeah, you know, I know you used my credit card. And then he's like, I told you I was gonna use your credit card. You always told me that you was gonna use my credit card, but you never do it. So I didn't ever think he was crazy enough to do it, y'all. But yeah, that's pretty much the story time on how he sold my credit card. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I heard y'all. Y'all said y'all wanted more the ghetto Uber story times. I'm going to do that for y'all. But I want to like get back into my, what's that app called? I got to get back into my GroupMe app so I can find like receipts and stuff. And then I'm gonna hit y'all with that series. If y'all want a Yvette, because I'm calling myself Yvette, like I'm no angel. If y'all want an Yvette and Jody series, I could do that for y'all, because we dated for like a year, which was my shortest relationship, because like I said, we were toxic. We were not good for each other. We didn't learn anything. I typically say I don't regret relationships, because I feel like you learn from your experience. But that relationship right there, I ain't learned nothing, y'all. I didn't learn or take anything from it. It was stupid. Like, the whole relationship was just dumb. But anyway, y'all, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next story time.